Good day, programming engineers. So welcome back to our discussion on AC circuits. Okay, so specifically for this lesson, we'll tackle AC power. Let's dive sa computation natin ng power. So our equation sa pagko-compute ng power is E is equal to I times V, right? This is your current times your voltage, okay? So in AC, hindi na lang siya kasing dali ng pag-compute ng power sa DC, right? Because sa DC, ang ating current is constant and yung ating voltage ay constant din. Tama? So pag magko-compute tayo ng power, i-multiply lang natin itong dalawa values na to at any given time. So pwede natin makuha yung power. No, this is my I and this is my, okay? So, ganyan lang siya kasimple. But the problem is when we are now dealing with AC, let me first draw. Kapag AC, we have alternating voltage and we also have alternating current. Okay? So, this is our I and this is our V. Okay? So, pag magko-compute tayo ng power, i-multiply pa rin natin yung mga instantaneous values niya para magawa rin natin yung magiging power niya. So, it will look something like this. Tama? And dito, sa part na to, since dalawang negative yan, we'll have something like this. Okay, so napansin? Itong dalawa, yung I at V, even though they are negative independently, the power, kapag nag-multiply tayo ng dalawang negative, it will always be positive. Okay? So, kaya po ganyan yung kinalabasan ng ating power. Ngayon, let's first write our equations for this when we are trying to compute for power. We know that power is just equal to I times V. But given that I is equal to Im sine omega t plus theta I, and that V is equal to Vm sine omega t plus yung angle niya, theta V, kapag nag-compute tayo ng power, it will be equal to what? That will be equal to Im Vm sine omega t plus theta I times sine omega t plus theta V. Okay? And simplifying, meron tayong pwedeng gamitin na trigonometric identity wherein sine A times sine B is equal to what? That is equal to 1/2 cosine A minus B plus, minus pala yun. Minus cosine A plus B. Okay? We have that. So, pwede natin i-apply itong identity na to dito. Okay? So, let's rewrite that as Im times Vm over itong 2 na to, yung 1/2 na to, ilalabas na natin. So, nandito na siya. Then, let's copy. So, cosine, yung alpha, A minus B is ito lang. This is RA. This is RA. And this is RB. Okay? So, A minus B, magkakancel lang yung omega t. And may iiwan is theta I minus theta V. Okay? Then, minus ulit, cosine, since yung A natin is ito, and yung B natin is ito, so A plus B will be, yung omega t magiging 2 omega t plus theta I plus theta V. Okay? So, this is now our power equation. Okay, so let me just try and expand, So, meron tayong Im Vm over 2 times cosine theta I minus theta V minus Im Vm over 2 cosine 2 omega t plus theta I plus theta V. Okay? So, meron tayong two terms dito sa ating power equation. So, we have this first term and we also have this second term. Okay? So, anong meaning nitong first and second term? Dito, para mas makita natin mas maayos, let's try another load kung saan hindi in phase yung ating current at yung voltage. So, let's look at this example. Ayun, look at this example wherein yung ating I is this part in red and our V is this. Okay guys, so kung mapapansin nyo, kapag trinay natin i-multiply yung I at V, it will produce our power, which is here. Okay, so himayin natin. Our equation for I is Im sine omega t plus theta I. And our equation for V is equal to Vm sine omega t plus theta V. Kung mapapansin nyo, isang term lang silang dalawa. Tig-isang term lang. Tama? Pero pag power yung usapan, meron siyang dalawang term. Let's write. Unahin ko yung first term. Okay? So, ang pinakapareho talaga dyan or yung magkakauri talaga dyan ay ito, at ito. Okay? So, itong parts na to ng equations, sila yung nag-o-oscillate dun sa ating graph. Okay? So, kung mapansin nyo, merong oscillation si I, merong oscillation si V, and merong oscillation si T. And kung mapansin nyo, the value ng coefficient, ito yung maximum value or yung peak value. So, kumbaga, ito, Im Vm over 2, ito yan. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo guys, yung I at yung V, nakasentro siya or nakareference siya kung saan siya nag-oscillate is yung line or yung axis na to wherein this value is 0. Okay? So, ito guys, yung tinan nyo, yung Cartesian na to, ito yung 0 line. Okay? So, I is equal to 0 dito and V is equal to 0. So, dyan siya nag-oscillate yung I at V. But the P oscillates in this axis. Pumapansin nyo yung value niyan. And itong value na to guys, that is equivalent dito sa ating first term. Ayan o. Okay? So, dito, kaya wala siyang first term, yung I at yung V, kaya wala siyang first term because it is 0. naka-center sila or yung reference sila is at 0. Pareho, I at V. Pero itong power na to, naka-reference siya dito sa value na to. Im Vm over 2 times cosine theta I minus theta V. Di ba? Kung papansinin nyo lang is yung red at yung green, sila ay nag-oscillate about this axis. Itong axis na yan. Okay? Pero kung ang titingnan naman natin is yung blue, nag-oscillate yung blue na yan dito sa axis na to. Okay, pansin? Okay. So, ayun po guys yung explanation kung bakit meron tayo nitong dalawang terms sa power. Okay. Okay. So, now, let's try and look at the loads, different or various loads when trying to compute for power. Okay, so, let's say, pares nung kanina, purely resistive load lang ang meron tayo. Okay, so I have V and I also have I. So, pag nag-compute ako ng power, it will look something like this. Tama? Pares nung kanina. But here, it will look something like that. Okay, so erase natin yung dalawa para makita nyo. It will look something like that. Okay, ngayon, paano naman po kapag yung I at V natin ay hindi sila in phase? Ibig sabihin, meron tayo ng reactance present in our circuit, or meron tayong inductor, or meron tayong capacitor, or meron tayong combination of both. Okay? So let's say, for the sake of this example lang, we have an inductor lamang. Okay? So i-erase natin itong power muna and baguhin natin yung ating current. Okay, so instead na dito siya nag-start, dito siya mag-start. Okay, ayan hindi na sila in phase. Ibig sabihin, this is my I and this is my V. Ibig sabihin, nauna yung V or naglag si I, so this is an inductive load. Meron kang inductor dito. Kaya tinulak yung I pabalik. Okay? So, kapag nag-multiply tayo dyan ng V at I, what will happen? Ano magiging itsura niya? Okay, hindi na lang siya katulad pares ng kanina na ganyan-ganyan na lang siya. Hindi na po siya ganyan. Bakit? Let's try and look for some points, Pag itong V dito sa ito at ito, pag minultiply natin yan, yes, that will equate to a value na 0. Pero dito, sa value na to, wherein our V is positive, hanggang dito, mula dito sa 0, hanggang dito, our V is positive, pero itong I natin is negative. Okay, so for this example, negative ito, yung I, from here to here, that's negative. So kapag nag-multiply tayo dyan ng I times V, we will get a negative value for power. Tama ba? So it looks something like this. Pag ganyan. And babalik siya dun sa 0 kasi yung I natin ay mag-0. Kapag nag-multiply tayo ng 0 na I sa kahit anong value ng V, of course, it will be 0. Okay, then after dito, dyan na mag-start na positive yung ating value. Okay, up until saan? Hanggang dito. Pabalik dyan. Kasi 0 na yung voltage. And dito sa part na to, meron ka ng negative voltage and positive power. So, meron ka ulit dyan. Tama? Then ito, sa part na to, since negative na yan, magpaproduce ka na naman dyan ng positive. Okay? So, kung mapansin nyo, doon sa part na nagdi-differ yung I at V, nagkakaroon tayo ng power in the negative direction. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng negative power. Erase ko to, Ayan. sobrahan. Okay? So, yung itsura ng kanina, parang ganito lang, no? When in phase. In phase yung voltage at yung current. Ganyan. Para siyang, hindi siya nag-zero eh. Ay, hindi siya nagde-negative. Dito, nagde-negative na, oh. So, if you're to look at this, meron siyang negative power dito. And that is caused because of the phase difference between the V and the I. Okay? So, ano bang meaning niyan? Kung titingnan natin ang load. Kung ito ay graph ng isang load, power consumed by a load, does it mean dito sa positive power, dito sa positive na to, siya ay nagre-receive ng power. Tama? Siya ay nagko-consume ng power. Pero dito ba, sa negative, ibig sabihin siya ay nagsusupply ng power? Dun pabalik sa ating supply? The answer is yes. Okay? So yes po, nagkakaroon tayo ng pabalik-balik. Okay? So, kumbaga, the circuit or the load returns some of the power pabalik dun sa ating circuit, papunta sa ating load. Cyclically. No? So, in every cycle, may binabalik siyang power. And in turn, nagiging inefficient yung ating circuit or yung ating load. No? Bakit? Because, kung maaalala nyo, nagkakaroon tayo ng lagging or leading because of reactance. And nagkakaroon tayo ng reactance if we have inductors and capacitors sa ating circuits. Tama? And if we have capacitors and inductors, we know that those two types of load those two types of loads, they don't consume power just like a normal resistor, right? Hindi nila dinidissipate yung power directly. What they do is they store the energy in another type of energy. For example, an inductor stores the electrical energy from the supply. It stores it into a magnetic field. Tama? And kapag nagbaliktad na yung current, yung magnetic field na yun is i-release niya back into the system or back to the supply. Yan yung nagkukos niyang negative power na yan. Same as doon sa ating capacitor. When we are using a capacitor, what a capacitor does is it stores energy in the form of electric field. And kapag nabaliktad or na-reverse since AC yung pinag-uusapan natin, doon sa negative half cycle, ang nangyayari is para siyang nag-charge and discharge, no? Charge, discharge, all throughout habang meron tayong AC supply sa kanya. And yung pag nag-charge siya, yan yung nagko-consume yung load ng positive power, which is this part, and kapag babaliktad na, siya na ngayon ay mag-release ng power. Okay? So parang ganun po yung nangyayari. No? Look at this. So, meron tayong positive power and meron tayong negative power. Okay? So, this is because of the reactance na present dun sa ating system. Okay? So, let's have a review. Kung ano yung impedance natin. We have the resistance, which is the one that dissipates power directly. And meron tayong reactance in the imaginary axis. Okay? So, kung naaalala yan, we have this. This is RZ. This is RR. And this is this is RX. Okay? This is the impedance triangle na tinatawag. So, pag pupunta tayo guys sa power, actually, the power also follows this triangle. And we call that the power triangle. So, we have this. So, ito ang tinatawag natin na power triangle. Okay, so kung sa impedance meron tayong Z, meron tayong R, at meron tayong X. Pag power naman, we have this is RS, this is RP, and this is RQ. Okay? So we will define all of these terms. So RS is for our apparent power, P is for our real power, and Q is for our reactive power. Okay? So yung real power, guys, ito yung power na kinoconsume by our real quote-unquote loads. Or ito yung power na dinidissipate ng ating resistance, ng ating load. Yung reactive power naman, ito yung power na ginagamit ng ating reactance. Okay? And the sum of those two powers is the apparent power. Okay? So kung gagawin natin siya in this form, it's simply S is equal to the real power plus the reactive power. Okay? So tandaan ito, guys. So this will be our AC power. Okay? Tandaan, this is only applicable in AC. Bakit? Wala naman tayong reactance, guys. Wala naman tayong reactance in DC. Bakit nga ulit? Itong reactance na to, that is equal to XL minus XC, di ba? And both of those are a factor or a product of omega. No, itong XL is J omega L. Ito naman is minus J 1 over omega C. These are all about frequency. Let me focus on this power triangle. If I have this power triangle, kung mapapansin nyo, this theta, that is just the angle between the voltage and the current. Okay? So kung mapapansin, balikan natin to. Actually, guys, yung power na yan, that is equal to Im Vm over 2 cosine theta V minus theta I. Tama? Minus Im Vm over 2 cosine 2 omega t plus theta I plus theta B. Okay? When we are calculating power, average power, ito lang, guys, yung may bearing. Ito ay wala. Bakit? This is an oscillating term. Okay? So siya yung responsible dun sa pag-oscillate ng power dito. But if we're trying to get the average, yung positive power and yung negative power niyan about any axis, it will cancel out. So this will become 0. Okay? So in actuality, our average power is just this term, which is Im Vm over 2 times cosine theta V minus theta I. So kung mapapansin nyo, this theta V minus theta I, let's just call that as power angle theta. Okay, so this is Im Vm over 2 cosine theta. This theta is this theta na pinag-uusapan natin. Okay? And ito pala, no, let's try and dissect this. Ihatiin natin to. So, itong 2 na to, pwede natin siyang i-express as square root of 2 times square root of 2. Tama ba? So, this becomes Im over the square root of 2 times Vm over the square root of 2 cosine theta. Or yung ating T average is just equal to, ano nga to? This is just my IRMS times VRMS times cosine theta. Okay? So, this is our P average. Kung mapapansin nyo, cosine theta, IRMS, VRMS, this part, this factor. Okay? Kung titingnan natin ito, ang ating power triangle, if this is theta, cosine theta will give us this part, cosine theta. If this part is IRMS times VRMS, you know, getting the product times cosine this angle, cosine theta, will give us this. This is our P average, which is equal to IRMS VRMS times cosine theta. While this value naman, this is your IRMS VRMS sine theta. And that is equal to our Q. This is equal to P. And this is equal to our S, or apparent power. Ibig sabihin guys, yung ating apparent power, that is equal to I RMS times V RMS. Okay? So ito na lang talaga yung pinaka parang dati natin na power is equal to IB. Pero since nasa AC na tayo, hindi na lang siya P, guys. This is now S. Okay? And to get P, that is our IRMS times VRMS cosine theta. Or that is equal to S, no? Since this is just S times cosine theta. And Q will be our S sine theta. Okay? This is called again the apparent power. This is the real power. And this is our reactive power. Okay? So, ito guys, kung tutuusin, ito talagang real power. Kaya siyang real power, siya yung part nung apparent power na totoong nagagamit, or this is the part which does work. Real work. Okay? Ito guys na reactive power, gusto kong sabihin na wala siyang kwenta. Okay? So, wala talaga. Kasi, kumbaga, ano lang siya panggulo lang siya or pampagawa lang siyang inefficient ng system. Okay? Bakit? Kasi, ano lang kukunin siya ng load, tas ibabalik din. Kukunin, ibabalik. Hindi siya ginagamit, pero pabalik-balik lang siya. Ibig sabihin guys, of course, kailangan, since may power pa rin na dumadaan at bumabalik, may pabalik-balik pa rin na power, kailangan pa rin natin yun i-take into account doon sa ating mga wires. Tama? So, isipin nyo, meron kang tubo dito, then meron kang water na papunta doon, tas itong lahat ng to, ang mapapakinabangan lang yan is konti, ito lang na part. Itong nasa taas lang yung mapapakinabangan. Yung iba guys, pagdating dun sa dulo, yung iba, babalik. Papunta dun. No? Each cycle yan. Each cycle. May kukunin, may idodraw na power, tapos may ibabalik na power. So, yung binabalik na power, that is our reactive power. Okay? And it is unhealthy for our systems. Okay? Again, why? Because kailangan natin ng mas mataas na current, kailangan natin ng mas mataas na power just to provide the load with its real requirement, with its real power requirement. Kasi most of the times, hindi mo kayang i-deliver yung real power without the reactive power because of the nature of our loads. Okay? So, sa lahat ng bahay guys, meron tayong reactive power. Bakit? Kasi meron tayong mga motor, no? Meron tayong electric fans, meron tayong aircons, meron tayong heaters, no? And lahat ng motor, alam naman natin that they are inductors or they are just coils of wires. Meron dyan mga coils of wires. And that inductance then makes or creates a reactance, and that consumes reactive power. Okay? As well as capacitance, no? Meron din tayo. of course, sa ating mga circuitries, mga laptop natin, both meron diyang inductor and capacitor sa loob, lahat. Okay, so ayan, no, hindi natin maaalis yung reactive power. Okay? Okay, so let's write again. This is SP plus JQ, where S is your apparent power, P is your real power, and your Q is your reactive power. Okay? Okay, so another thing na kailangan nating malaman is if we have multiple loads, guys, no? And given yung power niya, yung apparent power, for example, this is my load. Meron ako dyan isang load, tapos meron ako dito isang load, and meron ako dito isa pang load. For example, yan yung sinusupply ng aking supply. Let's name this S1, S2, and S3. Okay? Yung S1, S2, and S3, guys, they are the power consumed by each load. Ito, load 1, load 2, load 3. So, ang apparent power ni load 1 is S1 and so forth. Okay? So, kapag kumukuha tayo ng total power, tingin nyo, anong ginagawa natin? Kailangan natin i-parallel si S2, S3 and i-add kay S1? Ganun ba yun? Ganyan ba yun? Hindi, guys. Okay? Kapag kumukuha tayo ng total power, kahit ano pa yung kanyang configuration, it will just be additive or it will just be algebraically summed. Okay? This is correct and this is wrong. Okay? Yung sa taas po ay mali. Ang sa baba ay tama. Bakit? Kasi power niya yung pinag-uusapan natin dyan, guys. It is already current times the power. Okay? So, kaya tayo ay magsasum na lang algebraically. Okay? So, this is wrong. Okay, balik tayo dito. So, kung mapapansin nyo, we have this, no? Or, paano natin kukunin si S? We can get S by getting the P squared plus Q squared and getting the square root. This will be what? This will be absolute value kasi pag nag-square root tayo, palaging positive yan. Ang makuha naman natin dito, guys, sa loob ay pareho positive. Kasi kahit mapanegative o positive yan, pag in-square mo, palaging magiging positive yan. Tama? So, pag pinag-add natin to, dalawang positive, of course, that will be positive, then square root will be also positive. Okay? So, paano natin kinukuha? Okay. So, it means, no, ilagay natin yan dito, P is equal to the absolute value of S cosine theta. Okay, so I need to talk to you about this cosine theta. We call this as our power factor. Okay? So yung power factor, guys, bakit siya tinawag ng power factor? Kasi siya yung kailangan mong i-multiply doon kay S para makuha mo yung real power. Okay? So the power factor is the factor that you need to multiply to the apparent power to get the real power. Okay? This is PF. Okay? Power factor. Power factor is equal to cosine theta, or that is equal to the cosine of the difference between the angles of the voltage and the current. Okay? So, if you have your S, mag-multiply ka lang dyan ng power factor, you will get the real power. Okay? So, this power factor, it can be lagging or leading depending upon the type of load, no? So, meron kang power triangle na mukhang ganito, wherein this is my P and this is my Q and this is my theta. Ibig sabihin, yung theta V is greater than theta I kapag ganyan. Posible naman yung aking power triangle is ganito yung itsura. This is my Q, this is my P, and this is my theta. Okay? And this, sorry. This is S pala. This is S and this is P. Dito naman yung theta I is greater than theta V. So this is lagging and this is leading. Okay? Dito guys, ibig sabihin, nauuna yung theta V kaysa kay theta I. Dito naman baliktad. Nauuna si theta I kay theta V. And this happens kapag yung load ko is mas dominant yung inductive. Okay? Naiiwan si current. Ito naman kapag capacitive. Okay? Okay. So let's try an example. Okay, so let's make examples in the next video.